Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm with my friend Calvin, and we're getting a deck profile of his very favorite deck of all time. What deck is this?
Gem Knights.
This is gonna be great. Do this.
Okay, so first is the main ones. I run 3 Gem Knight Garnets. It's your 1900 beater, normal. Actually, I run 3 of all the normals. I'll pretty much explain why. So yeah, 3 Garnets. The 3 Tourmaline. Basic defense attack. The one a lot of people don't run, 3 Sapphire. The reason I chose to run Sapphire is because the ones that's aqua actually bounce. One of them bounce 1 card, and then the other bounce all 6 spell traps. And the way my deck is made is strictly 2 OTK. So I need lots of targets, lots of Gem Knight names. And also because of Dark Factor, which I get into later. But 3 of those. And 3 of the new ones, the Lapis. Basically, because it's a rock type, you can make Zirconia, and then the Lady Lapis Lazuli, it does the burn damage. Other than that, it's not really good for anything. But like I said, I need the names to do the moves. And then to run it off, I run 1 of each of the Gemini monsters. The only one I actually end up using is Amber to get back banished Gem Knight monsters. But just having them around, like I said, gives me the extra name, extra normals for Dark Factory, stuff like that. Then for the non-normals, I run 3 Gem Turtles. Basically, strictly for the fact is that Gem Knight Fusion is your win condition. You have to get Gem Knight Fusion as fast as possible. I really don't like the fact that you have to set it to then, finish how you want and stuff like that. But it's kind of one of those things that you need because, like I said, you have to get your Gem Knight Fusion. And then I guess the 2000 defense isn't that bad, but the setting doesn't really help too much. And I run 3 Gem Armadillos. Search out Gem Knights from my deck. It's really its main purpose. It's really the only card I actually want to normal summon. Other times, I just hope I pull one that's aqua to set or a Gem Turtle. But that's really its purpose. 3 Gem Knight Lazulis. It helps recycle stuff. It gets your combos going when it's sent from the hand or the deck by a card effect or from the field. You get to add 1 normal monster from your graveyard back to your hand. So it's used to do lots of like fusion plays, recycle stuff like that. And then also run 3 of the other ones. Gem Knight Obsidian. To me, it's really not as good because it specials back to the field, and it has to be level 4 or lower. But the fact that it does get 1 normal back, like I said, it does set up more plays. And that's it for the monsters. I think it's like 26 monsters, I believe, or 27. For the spells, I run 1 Particle Fusion. I really don't like the card that much, strictly because of the fact that I have to have the monsters on the field in order to use it. It's really only used for 1 play, which is a Topaz play. But it's like one of them cards to me you can either run 1 or none of. I don't think I would ever bump it up to 2 when I see it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's just like I just don't want it. But 1. Then of course the 3 Gem Knight Fusion. That's how you win. You have to get it. Banish the Gem Knight from your graveyard, add it back to your hand. Just keep doing it over and over and over. That's what it is, Gem Knight Fusion. Then to recycle, I ran 3 DDR. With how much you banish with Gemini Fusion, it basically becomes, I guess you could say, like a free Monster Reborn. You gotta kind of think ahead and know what monsters to banish in case you do pull the TDR, because it's basically like banish one from your grave, you add Gemini Fusion back to your hand, you play that, pitch the Gemini Fusion, and then special the banish monster. So again, it's just certain loops and stuff like that. And I ran 3 DDR. Like I said, I run a total of 15 normal monsters, so that helps a lot as far as like pushing for the last fusion or anything like that. And then last, I run 3 MST, basically because you gotta hit backfield. My goal is to OTK with any hand, so I want to get rid of backfield. So that's really the only card in there that's not serves a fusion purpose or things of that nature. That's it for the main deck. Extra deck, I run 1 Aquamarine. I would actually like to run 2, but I haven't found a space for it. When he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to bounce 1 card on the field, and that's actually very good. And then it's like a Dante, when you swing with it, it goes to defense. It has a 2600 defense, so that's also good. But I would really like to run 2 if I could find a space. And then your Giant Trunade, when he leaves the field, you bounce all set spell traps. Again, it's to open up free attacks and stuff like that. But only 1. I feel like I would never bump him up to 2. I feel like I really don't need to, because for the most part, that 1 goes off, so I don't see the purpose of running a second one. 1 Gemini Topaz. That's really the only monster I make with the Particle Fusion, and I really don't care for him that much. That's why he's only at 1. But basically, he can attack twice, and when he destroys a monster, your opponent loses their attack too. So he's basically just there for like really quick damage or to help clear fields. But his attack is only 1800, so it's like I really don't see a purpose in running more than 1. And I ran 3 Gemini Prismars. That's really the main fusion I go into. He's basically your pop card. Discard 1 Gemini card, blow up 1 face-up card, which is really easy because I mean you just get Gemini Fusion back to your hand, discard it, blow up a card, and it's just, yeah, really the main fusion I go into. That's really his purpose, just blow up. And then I run 2 Gemini Rubies. That's the piercer of the deck. The good thing about him is that you contribute 1 Gemini monster and he gains that monster's attack. So he can get really big real fast. Then the fact of having piercing also helps as far as like if anybody put in tokens or get stuck with something on the field that's low defense, it's never really a bad card to have. But I feel like 2 is enough. If I do need, most of the time at the ratios I run them, the way I get out more is through TDR. So yeah, 3 Gemini Citrines. He's basically your free attack. When he does, your opponent can't use any spell, traps, monster effects, any of that until after the damage step. So no mirror force, gores, flip effects, drag, decrease, and any of that. So that's his main purpose, just to get in free attacks. And then one other new one, Gem Knight Lady Lapis Lazuli. That's your burn damage. And also, because it sends a Gem Knight to the graveyard, it also keeps your plays going. I would run more than one, but because it has, well, it says that it can be special once per turn, it like really holds it back as far as wanting me to run more. So I feel like one is just good enough to use. And then last, I run 3 Gem Knight Zirconias. They're just really just the beater of the deck. They don't have any type of effects, or they can't be finish changed. It's just a 2900 rock beater. And that's really all it's there for, just to be a big beat stick. That's the deck.
Alright, so how do you feel like this deck stacks up against some of the meta decks today? I mean, obviously it's kind of an OTK style deck, so matchups can be pretty volatile, but like between, Necroz, Shaddoll, BA, how do those matchups usually go?
I've actually never played a Necroz deck with it. I did play BA at a regional I went to. That was actually a very good matchup, and that was when it was back with the 3 tour guides. I don't think I've played any other, I guess, top tier deck with it, but I'm actually very confident in how it plays to go against those.
And how about that new support that comes in, what is it?
Clash of Rebellions.
Clash of Rebellions. How do you feel about that new support? I'm not exactly sure what it does.
The one, Brilliant Fusion, I think that's okay as far as deck planning, and a few combos I've thought of for using it. The Crystal Rose, I think it's just there just because the new fusion monster, I think it's good, but it really comes down to how they rule it. If it contribute itself, I think the card is just great. But if it can't, I feel like it'll be too nerfed for me to actually use and like play.
Alright, well, I appreciate the deck profile. Remember guys, if you enjoyed it, leave a comment with what you think. There are a lot of different ways to run Gem Knights, so if you think you can run it better, please let us know. And also, remember to give the video a like and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Thanks again.